The Battle of Wadi al-Batin took place from February 26 to February 28, 1991, during the Gulf War. It was one of the first major engagements in the ground phase of the conflict, involving forces from the coalition led by the United States against Iraq. The battle unfolded in the Wadi al-Batin area, a dry riverbed on the Iraq-Kuwait border, and was part of a larger strategic deception plan to convince the Iraqi forces that the main coalition ground attack would come through the central sector of the front, directly into Kuwait, rather than the actual plan, which involved a left-hook strategy moving ground forces into Iraq to the west of Kuwait and cutting off Iraqi forces from retreat or reinforcement. Iraqi forces had occupied Kuwait since August 1990, leading to the formation of a coalition of forces led by the United States to expel Iraqi troops from Kuwait. Prior to the ground assault, a comprehensive air campaign targeting Iraqi military infrastructure had been underway since January 17, 1991. The operation at Wadi al-Batin was essentially a feint designed to reinforce Iraqi beliefs about the coalition's battle plans. US 7 Corps and elements of the British 1st Armoured Division were involved in creating a believable pretense of a main assault in the Wadi al-Batin area. This involved engaging Iraqi forces with artillery, helicopter gunships, and ground reconnaissance troops. Coalition forces executed the feint operation by conducting a series of probing attacks into the Iraqi defenses. These attacks were meant to simulate the beginning of a major ground offensive. The Iraqi response involved considerable artillery fire and some counterattacks, but the coalition forces were not intent on holding ground and withdrew after fulfilling their objectives of deception. Simultaneously, the main body of coalition ground forces was preparing for the left hook attack far to the west of Wadi al-Batin, maneuvering to avoid the heavily fortified Iraqi defenses along the Kuwaiti border. This strategy aimed to attack the Iraqi forces from the rear, cutting off their retreat and forcing them into a position where they could be encircled and defeated. The Battle of Wadi al-Batin successfully diverted the attention and resources of the Iraqi military, contributing to the surprise and effectiveness of the main coalition attack that commenced on February 24. By the time Iraqi forces realized the main attack was coming from the west, it was too late for them to reposition in a manner that could effectively counter the coalition's maneuvers. The Battle of Wadi al-Batin played a significant role in the overall success of the coalition's ground campaign, which saw the liberation of Kuwait and the end of hostilities by late February 1991. The battle is remembered as a classic example of the use of military deception in modern warfare, showcasing how misleading the enemy about the time, place, and nature of an attack can lead to strategic advantage and ultimately, victory.